फोन आया, हमें हमेशा परेशान करते राजपूत सर, रात को 2 बजे भी फ़ोन कर रहे थे, 4 बजे भी कर रहे थे। तो उनका फ़ोन आया, बोले रवि भाई क्या कर रहे हो? मैंने बोला सर बहुत थक गया था, सोया हुआ हूँ। तो एक काम करते हैं ना, मुंबई में एक प्रोग्राम करते हैं। मैंने बोला क्या हो गया इनको सुबह? तो एक प्रोग्राम करते हैं। तो मैंने बोला सर कर पाएंगे क्या, क्योंकि वो मुंबई है, वहाँ पर हर चीज़ मिलता है पैसे से, अपने पास अपना NGO है भाई, पैसे कम है। तो राजपूत सर का सेकंड लाइन कहता है तुम पैसे की क्यों चिंता करो, मैं हूँ ना, आई विल टेक केयर ऑफ एवरीथिंग, मैं हूँ ना, आप चिंता मत करो, सब देख लेंगे। तो वहाँ से अगर मैं यहाँ पर प्रोग्राम कर पाया आज की बात, तो पूरा क्रेडिट अगर आप देखोगे तो आपके सामने बैठे हुए इंसान को जाता है जिन्होंने मुझे इग्नाइट किया। हमने फाउंडेशन बनाया, इग्नाइटिंग ड्रीम्स ऑफ यंग माइंड फाउंडेशन, हमें भी इग्नाइट करने वाले एक इंसान है डॉक्टर राजपूत सर, ठीक है। बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस थी हमारे सामने, क्योंकि मैं पटना से हूँ और 1752 किलोमीटर्स पर हमारी अवार्ड फंक्शन चल रही है। तो हमारे पास सपोर्ट के लिए 3-4 महिला शक्ति खड़ी थी। अंजू मैम, अपने पास अनीता मैम है, और दीपाली मैम बैठी है, और एक गायत्री मैम। उनकी तो पूरी ज़िंदगी हराम होगी हमारी वजह से, क्योंकि चारों प्रिंसिपल्स हैं और काफ़ी उनके ऊपर जिम्मेवारियाँ, और एक चीज़ में सहयोग किया। रात के 9:30 बजे हो या 10 बजे रात को जूम मीटिंग बुला दो तो सोए हुए तो उठ के हाँ भाई मैं आ रहा हूँ, ठीक है ना। ऐसे करके पूरा इवेंट हुआ। और मैं आप लोगों को प्रॉमिस करता हूँ कि कोई भी प्रोग्राम हम करते कॉमर्शियल पर्पज़ के लिए नहीं करते। हमारा बस मोटो रहता भैया, अपना तिरंगा ऊपर होना चाहिए, कोई कॉमर्शियल पर्पज़ के लिए प्रोग्राम नहीं होती है। IDYM बस करती है कि झंडा ऊंचा रहे हमारा, बस उसके लिए हम काम करते हैं, और हम कर रहे हैं। और आने वाले दिनों में आपको मैं स्टेज से कहना चाहता हूँ कि IDYM नॉट ओनली कैन डू इन इंडिया, इन मुंबई, अभी हमारा प्रोग्राम पुणे में आ रहा है, और भारत के हर राज्य में हम प्रोग्राम करेंगे। और हमारा सपना है कि हर स्टेट के प्रिंसिपल को फैसिलिटेट करो, नॉट ओनली टू प्रिंसिपल्स, IDYM इज फॉर एवरीवन। नेक्स्ट प्रोग्राम ऑलरेडी आई प्लान विद नीता भट्ट मैम, राइट। मैम से मेरी बात हुई, मैंने बोला मैम किसान को सम्मान देंगे, और मैम का सेकंड लाइन में आंसर था अरे सांगली में बहुत किसान है, मैं 1000 दे दूंगा। मैम पीछे बैठी हुई है, ठीक है ना। तो सर एक शुरुआत है जिसका, क्योंकि IDYM जब शुरू होती है तो फिर बाढ़ की तरह चलती है। क्योंकि जब हमने पहला प्रोग्राम किया था स्पेस का, तो मेरे टीम का हर मेंबर यही कहता था मुझे, रवि भाई तुम पागल हो गए हो, क्योंकि तुम बोलते हो कि 28 स्टेट में प्रोग्राम करेंगे, 9 यूनियन टेरेटरी में करेंगे। अरे भाई तेरे को जानता कौन है? मेरे पूरे IIT के फ्रेंड सब बैठे हुए थे, बोले नहीं पॉसिबल है यार, मैं सब व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप लेफ्ट हो जाता हूँ। बोला रुको ना यार, मैसेज को क्या म्यूट पर डाल दो, उसको कर लेंगे। और 3 महीने में भारत के हर स्टेट में हमने झंडा गाड़ दिया। 3 महीने 3 मंथ में हमने झंडा गाड़ दिया। इसमें सबसे बड़ा क्रेडिट जाता है उन सभी प्रिंसिपल जो हमारे सामने बैठे हैं। मैं आपको सैल्यूट करता हूँ कि आपने हम पर विश्वास दिखाया। मैं तो बहुत छोटा इंसान हूँ, और आपने मुझे मौका दिया कि मैं आपके बच्चों को कुछ बता सकूं, और सभी लोगों का सहयोग रहा। इसी वजह से IDYM आज यहाँ खड़ी है, और आने वाले दिनों में नॉट यहीं खड़ी रहेगी। अपने पास जो इंटरनेशनल गेस्ट वहाँ बैठे हुए, अगली बार 20 लोग आएंगे 20 कंट्री से, इस स्टेज से प्रॉमिस करता हूं। हर कंट्री में भी प्रोग्राम हम करेंगे, ऐसा नहीं कि बस इंडिया में हो गया, मुंबई में हो गया, नेपाल में भी आ रहा, मलेशिया में भी आ रहा, और मालदीव। क्योंकि कलाम सर मेरे दिल में हमेशा रहते हैं, क्योंकि उनकी एक जो कोट है ड्रीम इट टू डू इट, वो हमें बहुत इंस्पायर करती है। और साथ में हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी जो हमें मुझे एक ही नारा सिखाया उन्होंने, आत्मनिर्भर भारत, और इग्नाइटिंग ड्रीम्स टू से फ्लो करना। तो मैं दोनों को धन्यवाद देना चाहूँ। कलाम सर तो अपने साथ है नहीं, और माननीय मोदी जी हैं। मैं दोनों को धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा कि उन्होंने मुझे इग्नाइट किया, मुझे अपने देश के लिए कुछ करने का मौका दिया। देश के लिए कुछ करना ये अपने लिए बहुत सौभाग्य की बात है, क्योंकि हम इस मिट्टी में पैदा हुए, और जब तक देश नहीं बढ़ेगा हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं। इसी के साथ मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूँ। और आई लाइक टू एवरीवन टू, जब मैं भारत माता की जो जय बोलूँगा तो आप लोग रिपीट करेंगे, भारत माता।
साथ में रेणु
हाँ, यस। अरे मैं एक नाम मेंशन करना भूल गया।
2 नाम
आप बिलीव नहीं करोगे, 2 इंसान यहाँ पर नहीं है, क्योंकि उनका कुछ फैमिली में उनके पिताजी थोड़े ओल्ड हैं, तो वो आ नहीं सकते हैं तमिलनाडु में। एक बच्ची 16 साल की, और एक उसकी माँ। उन्होंने पूरी दिन रात मेहनत करके इस अवार्ड फंक्शन को सक्सेस बनाया। आपको उस बच्ची की बात बताता हूँ, जरूर की थोड़ी सी मैं बात मेंशन करना चाहूँगा। बहुत छोटी सी बच्ची थी, वो ड्राइंग कंपटीशन हमने रखा था गांधी जी के ऊपर कि जो गांधी जी का ड्राइंग बनाएगा उसको भाई सर्टिफिकेट मिलेगा। तो सर्टिफिकेट के नाम से बच्चे एकदम फ्लो में आ जाते हैं। अब क्या हुआ कि डेनू भी मुझे मैसेज आया था तमिलनाडु से कि सर मेरा भी ड्राइंग है और उसकी ड्राइंग बहुत अच्छी थी। मैंने बोला बेटा लगता है तुम अच्छी लड़की हो, आईडी वैम में तुम आ जाओ, तुमको और मौके हम देंगे। तो बच्ची ने बोला सर ये आईडी वैम है क्या? तो मैंने बोला आईडी वैम कुछ भी नहीं है, बस आ जाओ। और वहाँ से उसको मैंने बनाया ब्रांड एम्बेसडर। वो भी उसको पता नहीं था, बच्ची छोटी थी, उसको क्या पता ब्रांड एम्बेसडर क्या होता है। और वहाँ से वो बच्ची ब्रांड एम्बेसडर बनी और ब्रांड एम्बेसडर से इतनी मेहनत की, उसकी माँ ने तो समझो कि फाउंडेशन के लिए पूरा डेडिकेट कर दिया, पूरी लाइफ डेडिकेट कर दी। और उस बच्ची ने तो 16 साल की उम्र में स्कूल में पढ़ते हुए, अभी स्कूल में पढ़ती हो, कॉलेज में गई है, सब कुछ दिया फाउंडेशन। और आज वो फाउंडेशन की चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑफिसर है। और आपको पता होना चाहिए कि हमारे पास 195 कंट्रीज के मेंबर है, जो कि हमारे फ़ोन में भी सेव होंगे नंबर्स। तो उस फाउंडेशन की वो CEO आज है, जिस जो फाउंडेशन कितने देशों में है, 195 कंट्रीज में है। सो आई वुड लाइक टू गिव क्रेडिट टू हर ऑल्सो। एंड बिना राजपूत सर के कुछ हो नहीं सकता है। तो एक बार सब लोग मिलकर बोलेंगे भारत माता की जय। तो एक बार सब मेरे साथ बोलेंगे भारत माता की जय, भारत की जय, जय हिंद, जय भारत, जय महाराष्ट्र।
Felicitate all our guests. I request Ravi sir to please come on the stage. We will be felicitating our guest today. I request our chief guest Rajput sir to please be on the stage, and also guest of honor Mangesh Naik sir to please, Dr. PK Rajput sir. Mangesh Naik sir.
Yes, यहाँ पे smile. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And now Gayatri Khemani ma'am. Yeah, before that, I would like to invite our special guest, Elizabeth ma'am from Mexico, and Elizabeth ma'am.
It's yours. Catch it.
Yes, मैं यहाँ पे.
Thank you very much, sir. And now let's invite the core committee members, Gayatri Khemani ma'am, Anita Kaul ma'am, Dipali ma'am, and yes.
Viva India! Viva! Spanish!
I request Ravi sir and
Wait, one more. Wait, आधा लगा. Thank you, sir.
सर इकडं सर
यहाँ पे देखिए.
सर सर सर
सर यहाँ पे. Thank you. आपल्याला जिंदगी से नहीं हुआ था. सर यहाँ पे. यहाँ पे देखिए सर.
I hand over the mic to Anita Kaul ma'am, my co-host for today.
We usually cock each other.
కొంచెం హుషారు ఇది ఉంటుంది.
So much, sir, for facilitating our founder. Now,
यार
फोटोग्राफ्स उठ रहे हैं, भी जाना है. लिए अपने अपने फोटोग्राफ का खुद जिम्मेवार है, हम इसकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं लेते हैं। हॉल की बुकिंग कुछ एक लिमिटेड टाइम तक है, उसके बाद हम जिम्मेवार। लेकिन अभी थोड़ा सा एक नया टाइप है, going to be written there, so I will want to welcome our little ones. They are going to be here, right?
इतना मीठा कभी नहीं बोला सर, यहाँ पे सब शेर बनते हैं, वैसे शेरावाली की सवारी होती है।
Very good, very good. Next. Very nice. यहाँ से ज़्यादा आवाज आ रही है। This group. Very good. Next. Very good.
రికార్డింగ్ అయితే లేదంటే
Very nice. Next one. This side. लगता है one. Very nice. Very nice. Are you happy? Very good. Anyone else is there, ma'am? नहीं. Good.
और इस लीओ टीम के लिए और गायत्री मैम के लिए एक
जोरदार तालियां. Thank you so much, everyone of us here. Today you are presented in front of you in the school. You are only having one principal, so that is going to be your turning point today. Good, good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you dear. Thank you everyone. हमने फिल्म भी देखी है, हमने सुना भी है, लेकिन आपने जो आज लाइव टेलीकास्ट दिखाया उसका सच में ऐसा लग रहा था कि जैसे वो पल अभी हो रहा है। आप लोगों की वजह से जो आप सरहदों पे हैं या नेशन में है या मुंबई में है या किसी भी स्टेट में है, हम लोग तभी सुरक्षित है जब आप लोग सड़कों पर खड़े रहते हैं। तो आप उसके लिए हम सब की तरफ से धन्यवाद पूरे पुलिस फोर्स को। थैंक यू। आई ऑल्सो ही वॉज आउट, वी वॉज ऑलवेज लाइक दैट कि वो वापस आएंगे, तो उसके लिए बहुत रहता था। सो आई एम रियली प्राउड to be from that particular family. So we all are respecting you and thank you so much for that particular day and every day. Thank you so much, sir. Now,
And we are just going to see his next.
श्वेत हरित कौसुंभ पुकारे कलाम कलाम सलाम सलाम हर्षित जन गण गर्वित मन कलाम कलाम सलाम सलाम कलाम कलाम सलाम सलाम कलाम सलाम सलाम श्वेत हरित कौसुंभ पुकारे कलाम कलाम सलाम सलाम हर्षित जन गण गर्वित मन कलाम कलाम सलाम सलाम देश नमन तुझे करता क्षण क्षण कलाम कलाम सलाम सलाम है नतमस्तक सागर संगम कलाम कलाम सलाम सलाम तब आदम इंसान होगा जिस घर में इंसान बसते हो वो घर जग रोशन होगा दिल से दिल तक राह बना लेगा
रिलैक्सिंग जैसा हो जाता है. It's like awesome. Really enjoyed the dance. So now I would like to call all the students who participated today on the stage. All the students, please come on the stage.
Driving also, she was attending the Zoom call also. So such a wonderful preparation, and these children are real awesome. So happy and
Very nice, very nice. Full smile.
Wait.
Well done, and we all are proud of you. God bless you all.
के लिए हम सब इंतजार कर रहे थे. And once again I must say we have a galaxy of intellectuals, educators and principals from different parts of the nation. And now we will be starting with the award with the Bharatiya Shiksha Padma Bhushan Puraskar 2023. I request our guest of honor Mangesh Naik sir and founder engineer Ravi Shankar sir to please be on the stage. All the principals, educators, we all are here, and it is going to be a very proud moment for all of us. And I know you all will be at the end of this day. You will be having so many beautiful memories. And from the morning itself, when I came here, I have been meeting every one of you, most of you whom I know, and it was really exciting that the persons whom I have been seeing only on the virtual platform, only on the Zoom meeting, today I was able to meet all of them personally. So I think many of you would have actually enjoyed that. I know most of you are from Pune and Mumbai, but yes, of course, people like me who are coming from a little bit far from places like Chandrapur and and yes, Navi Mumbai. Our one more awardee is Mahua Chakravarti, Principal, Swami Vivekananda English High School and Junior College, Navi Mumbai. All the awardees, and yes, certificates also, I think there will be some mismatch, but you can just get your right certificates after the program. Yes, of course.
Ma'am, ikkada, ma'am. Ma'am, ikkada.
Thank you.
The coach.
एक मिनट मैम इकड़ा
Congratulations to all the awardees.
थैंक यू
and give it to you very nicely. क्योंकि आपको दूर जाना है ना, तो थोड़ा सा सेफ्टी के लिए हो सकती है.
रहनी चाहिए, because it gives us a lot of motivation. Once again, we'll be calling up our Ketan Shirish Shah, National Artist, Rainbow Art Institute. Mr. Ketan Shirish Shah, National Artist.
थैंक यू
Once again, congratulations to all the awardees.
इतना ही कहना चाहती हूँ रुतबा ये मेरे सर को जो तेरे दर से मिल रहा है, हालांकि ये सर भी तेरे दर से मिला है. Everything is glory to God.
Yes, ma'am, very well said. Everything is glory to God. Director, Innovation, Head, Kids Paradise School, Sangli.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you everyone, and of course, once again, congratulations.
Yes. One more plan.
So yes, a huge round of applause for all our awardees. And of course, a good teacher can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning.
Wait.
And today's
बहुत सहयोग किया है. I didn't mention his name in my speech, but मैं दिल से कहता हूँ कि दीपक जी ने बहुत सहयोग किया, और I am announcing him as the महाराष्ट्र स्टेट के ID बैंक के डायरेक्टर के रूप में इनको मैं अपॉइंट कर रहा हूँ. और he is a very good person. मतलब जितना मैं परेशान था उससे ज़्यादा ये परेशान था.
social activist, yes, please.
तो भैया.
Yes, यहाँ पे सर.
थोड़ा स्माइल.
of Science.
रोमल जी ने बहुत अच्छा काम हो रहा है, तो उन्होंने अपने मन से किया, इसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद रोमल जी को.
And HOD of Mathematics,
साई.
Agrasen Vidya Mandir.
Yes.
थोड़ा और. हाँ. वेट. अरे वहाँ पर बैठ जा. साई बैठ दे साई.
Thank you very much, Dr. Revati. Yes, Dr. Jogas. One more person who has been working. Dr. Madhuri Borses Singh, founder of ESESC Institute and renowned author. It's time to invite our next guest, Dr. Harshvardhan Singh, School and Junior College from Thane. Dr. Bhavesh MC Manik, founder, trainer and mentor. Our next awardee.
Forget the time you were in good with all our principals too. As I have my special program which I have ever felt. You know, I have still goosebumps. And I would say that I am recently married, and after this marriage, ये मेरा पहला award है. So जी मैं चाहूँगी ये पहला और आखिरी award आपके साथ continue रहे. So thank you so much, my parents and my husband.
Shuk with us, founder and director of.
मैम यहाँ पे. सर यहाँ पे देखिए.
All the awardees. H from Pune. Joshi.
Thank you.
आइए इधर मैम इधर
सर इकडा.
All of you, all the awardees of today's function.
Thank you.
Trained graduate teacher, Gangapura.
सर यहाँ पे.
सर. साई.
Thank you everyone.
वेट यहाँ पे देखिए सर. वेट.
नेक्स्ट मैम ये तो बात.
Thank you sir.
Wait, music off.
Thank you.
इशाक. Dr. Raghvendra. Dr. Abraham. Dr. Bhavna Chawla. Arvind.
Now we are going to have a panel discussion which is by the educators, for the educators, and that too led by the principals, for the principal, and basically it is for your teachers which are there. So here we have the 5 eminent people sitting there. You all are eminent, but the 5 important panelists are here. I would request one by one panelists to introduce themselves for half a second or half a minute, and then I'll start asking the questions accordingly. To you.
I'm Dr. Priya Rajwade. I'm heading Podar International School located at Powai in Mumbai. And like Dr. Rajput, I have migrated from pharma industry into education. That was way back, 25 years back. And I'm really glad to be a part of this group. Thank you.
How are we? Yes. And we promised already that we are going to keep it very precise, very crisp. I'm sitting here with me and who are sitting opposite to me. And I run a community for school principals by the name of EduGrown We Connect, and I'm also the director of a United International School, which is a new school in Hadamsar, Pune. Thank you.
To begin with, I would really like to thank Dr. Professor Rajput sir here for inviting me in this esteemed gathering of teachers, gurus, and incidentally, tomorrow is Guru Purnima. We all are here, and I am Major Dr. Ashlesha Taude Kelkar. I am not a teacher directly. I am a doctor, a public health specialist, and I'm from Armed Forces. I work with tribal people, tribal villages, and the schools in those villages for the children in the villages, and that is how I am connected with education. And I'm glad to be a part of this panel. I hope to be a part or enrich the discussion in some way. I really thank all of you to be here, the awardees, and again this August gathering. Thank you.
And good evening to each one of you present out here today. Thank you, Sir Rajput, for giving me this opportunity of sharing a little of my knowledge with everybody. I am Miss Caroline Vaz, the principal of Green Lawns High School at Breach Candy, Mumbai, and I feel really blessed you all. Have a great day.
Good evening, one and all. It's a moment of immense pleasure to be amongst all the learned souls, and I feel learning is a continuous journey. So we learn from each other all the time. I'm Nikita Bhatte. I come from Sangli. We have a school by the name I Discover School, which runs on the alternative method of schooling. We also own a publishing house by the name Soul Education, and a Reverwave media agents and institutions wherein children and teachers contribute to the content designing and web designing of the social media content for educational organizations. Contribute in the best possible way. Thank you.
Thank you for that question, Dr. Rajput. Not just because of the new era of technology, but generally because of the rate at which the world is moving, the rate at which there is information explosion around us, and the rate at which children are being exposed to information which they hardly understand, but they are looking at it all the time. These are the reasons because of which schools are facing a multitude of challenges. At the level of a teacher, the teachers are finding it more and more difficult to engage children in productive activities because distraction level is very high. If you look at the principal's role, recruiting teachers has become very difficult today because the education industry does not sound very appealing to many of the new generation learners. They would rather go into fields which are more lucrative, which are more corporate, rather than coming to the world of education, which has been traditionally seen as something of a social activity. That is one of the reasons. In terms of learner, the challenge, as I said already, is engaging the learner, and
parents in at least metro cities, both parents being working, both parents traveling, it is very, very difficult to monitor the activities of the child. Today's learner, again, you call them Gen Alpha learners, so they have very diverse needs and expectations. So keeping their expectations in check, at the same time contributing to their learning styles is a very large challenge in front of the teachers today. And dealing with it is only through teacher training, through coaching, counseling, mentoring of not just the students, but the teachers as well as the parents. Keeping in mind that the world of education is changing and the world of work also is changing very fast. So this generation, which is now maybe grade 1 to 10, by the time they come to the world of work, things will be very, very different. And all we can do is to equip them to face the challenges of the future. So I think these are some of the points that I would like to mention. Thank you.
Training the parents and especially in this changing scenario is very, very important, because you don't know that what is going to happen next, and people are very, very versatile about it. Next question is to Dr. Kajal, because Dr. Kajal, you always talk about the technology, right? And you are fascinated very much about the technology, like many people. So how can a school ensure that technology supports education goals rather than driving them?
Full question. And when I say 1, 2, you say eyes on you. 1, 2. Louder. 1, 2. 1, 2. Thank you so much for saying this, and stay glued for next 2 minutes. That's it. Okay? So we are talking about NEP 2020, and now recently in November 2022 NCF being launched, and in that it says that leveraging technology is the need of the hour, not from primary, secondary, it's right from the nursery, right from the foundational years. And that document is for +5. We all know it, we have been talking about it. And in NEP, the technology word itself, for how many times it is being repeated. Any guesses over there? Any guesses? The word technology, how many times it is there in our document? Any guesses, any number? N number. N number, just give me any random number. Like 10, 20, whatever. It is 40 times. It is being repeated since the iconic year has started, 2020. We've been talking about, and we don't even, breathe. We live with it. You've heard about it. I can talk in English, I can, laugh in English, I can walk in English. So it is, you just reverse it and use technology in those terms. Now using technology in our school, in its pure term, how we can do it? It is through our students we can do. We can involve them, tell them, you've been using those games, why not we involve our students, tell them to curate it. Tell them to make something and then allow the world to follow their footsteps. Doable? Doable? Are all our children are glued to WhatsApp and various others, technological games which are there. PUBG. Now, they can have a version of academical, you can say they can have n number of quizzes using the format of PUBG, where lakhs and millions of children can have those quizzes and have that stimulus. That is the reason our students, this is the evolved stage of education. We need to upgrade ourselves, we need to rise up to their level to cater to our students and embrace technology. So this is what my point. I just want to ensure that we rise up, we raise our level to our children to cater to Alpha generation.
Principal, what I feel is very important that the teachers working under you, they should be raising up their levels, because as a principal you are aware about it, but you cannot be present everywhere because you have n number of the teachers are there. So ensure that all the teachers, as a teacher, she or he takes care for 40, 30 or 20 students, and it is her responsibility to ensure that all the students should be getting 70%, 80% of the marks in different subjects and all. Same with all the teachers has to be raised about it. So that regular way of putting the things, inspiring the teacher to learn on the technology, then only it will be inculcated to the student. So that is very important. And which I personally feel, because last month I was attending one of the meeting of all the educators where Nikita ma'am was also there, right? And let me tell you where Dr. Ushavati was. Hello? We are talking bad about it. Believe you me, on the group of 50, only 4 people were there. So it is the thing that we should be aware about it. We are not saying to use it, but when it is required, it has to be used also. And we should know, because it is not only the ChatGPT, there are multiple such AI platforms that come. Multiple, 30 of them, and almost 7 or 8 are free of cost, where you can learn also. But don't take the entire thing, what is available there, take it up and finish it up. That is the way of the life, which is important. So thank you.
Thank you, sir, for that question. And I think it's very, very important today to have continuous evaluation, okay, to improve our teaching learning methodology. See, unless we understand the child's needs, we will never be able to provide the child a facility to improve himself or herself. So when we continuously evaluate the child, we are able to understand the child's weaknesses, strengths, and then we're able to start from there. It's also very important. See, I may be a teacher, I may be a PhD, I may be a very, very qualified teacher, but I may be very poor in transporting that knowledge to my children. So it's very important that I evaluate the learning and the understanding of my children in order to probably improve my methodology, in order to change maybe my method of teaching. Because today I believe a teacher is not just a sage on the stage, but a teacher is a guide by the side. So it's very important we as teachers come down to the level of the child, understand where are this child's strengths and weakness. And by evaluation continuously, I mean that you have to document it to the parent, you have to probably have a meeting with the parent, and you have to make the parent understand as to what the child's needs are. It's very, very important to take the parent into confidence when it comes to their child. Thank you.
Nailed it. At the same time, Raviji, principal is supposed to do. Because again I am saying, you have cleared that particular stage. Your teachers who are working, under you, fine, is okay? The teachers who are working under you, so whether you have to ask them, or you have to do a consultation with them that whether they are doing with the parents or not. Otherwise, as a principal, you are aware that this thing should happen, but whether it is going down the level or not, which is very important. And that's why this meeting is there, this panel discussion is for the principals, by the principal, to ensure that the teacher should ensure the things down the level, then only the student and the parents relationship and the school relationship will be enhanced, people will love to be there, and the things are going to happen. Coming back to Nikita ma'am, because you are a part of the academy, you are having learning in the academy, lot of things you are doing it, ma'am. How can creativity, critical thinking and life skills be promoted among students? 3 things. Today we talk about the critical thinking, what madam said about it, to inspire the things that they should have this PUBG type of game and all. These are part of critical and creativity both, right? So, and creativity and life skills, because life skills is very important. Today people have forgotten the life skills, the parents have forgotten the life skills, and so what, the children have forgotten. So it is very important to ensure the things, to reveal the things on the life skills.
Sir also gave me a beautiful hint for the answers. So he took me from the question to the answer. I strongly believe creativity and critical thinking go hand in hand, because creativity makes the person stress-free. So once his mind is in a relaxed state, he can think better. So when the student can think better, he'll definitely reach out to more analysis, better solutions to issues, and he will not be afraid of failure, because there will be many doors which will be opening up in a creative state of mind. So as educators, it becomes our basic responsibility to create the environment wherein it's conducive
to have multiple answers to a specific question, multiple ways of answering, and it's allowed that they have the pace in their own way. Usually in a stereotype setup, everything goes at the teacher's pace. And the classroom should be set up as the pace of a class, the group that you are dealing with. So if you allow the children to be creative in their pace, in their ways of approaching a question, they raise up their critical thinking capacities. And when they raise the bar of their critical thinking, they are bound to be leaders and independent thinkers rather than mere followers. And that's where I think as a nation we will truly evolve and will be able to become the most powerful country, because its education level will move on, will not remain a stereotype thing, but we will be posing challenges to the entire world. So I feel creating the right mindset, because there are no unresourceful people at all. It's always unresourceful state of mind. So as educators, if we all can focus on creating the right state of mind for our children, it's our responsibility, and if we can do that, we'll take them a far way ahead. Thank you, sir.
Great, ma'am. Great. Keep the mic with you. So answer is very appropriate. Anju ma'am, that as a principal, when you talk to your teachers, right, how many times we console with them that whether they are endorsing or talking to the children about this creativity part or the life skill part or not, which is very important, because in the staff meeting, if we are able to do it, at least these things can be added, which is very important. Some places it is happening, it is not that it is not happening, but in some places where in Haribari the things are not happening, the things are not going down the level, and the people and the students are still on the marks part, they are not able to gain the thing which is very important.
Teachers also be creative.
That's what I'm saying. As a principal, you have all the authority to give to your teachers. So please give that authority, and then you do the evaluation. Because see, in any, this is again like a corporate culture, right? You have to evaluate what the things are going on, and I'm not saying to discard anybody, but to help motivate them that they should come on the other level, which is really the need of the hour. Otherwise, they will become obsolete. Now coming to Major Dr. Ashlesha, you have already told about the great work, ma'am, which you are doing it. But now, what have been the biggest challenges for you pertaining to
principals who are coming from larger cities and from smaller towns, and I really appreciate that, because the kind of challenges that we see, feel, face, or even imagine in cities like Mumbai, metros, or even smaller cities are way different than what we actually face on ground when it comes to rural. We talk of a strong nation where the 60% of the population comes from rural background even today, according to statistics. And when we talk of inclusion, we have to take along these students, these teachers, and these schools along with it, along with us. National Education Policy 2020 is implemented everywhere all across the country. But the kind of technology that we're talking about, do they have these access to these technology, or do they have the same kind of? No, we all know that. But the challenge is not that. The challenge is actually much more basic than the technology not being available. The challenge that I have faced, sir, is right from maintaining the children on the roll of the school, having the teacher available for the school. There are schools which run on single teacher. The principal teaches standard 1, goes to standard 2, gives a problem, jumps to standard. There are no 4 classrooms. Sometimes there are just 20 students in a small village. 1 class, everybody's, and this is not of my parents and grandparents' time that I'm talking, this is today. I see this and I face this. Maintaining teachers in a school is a challenge today.
I actually face that challenge because the kind of remuneration that is being given to these primary teachers who are not from the village, they need not be from the village, they are appointed. If they are not compensated to the level, how are we going to have good teachers at that level? When we have good teachers, 0 to or whatever, first foundation to the next primary level and then secondary, the most critical, only then can we have some minds which are conditioned or conducive situation so that they take the technology and the steps which are ahead of them. So having that infrastructure is something which is extremely challenging. That is from education. Me, myself being a doctor, I see that nutrition, hygiene and sanitation, basic awareness regarding these things. And we all know, we are all leaders and opinion leaders here. We all know how much nutrition, health, hygiene, sanitation and things like water matter. In my villages, sir, I have, we had open defecation problem. Open defecation. So, what to do? Every house had a toilet. It's already been given by government. They're not using it. Why? That behavioral change has not come in. Where would it come from? When it is taught in those schools. That is our responsibility as a teacher, but only when the teacher is motivated. And to have that motivation, whatever it takes should be given. The challenge that I have faced is right from this level, that I have to teach the students to brush every day, to wash up every day, simplest of the things. And not just in tribal, the same kind of challenge does exist in slums, in cities as well. I have, as an army officer, I have been in the border villages and I have seen the tribes there. They do not have schools, they do not have houses as well, they have their houses on their backs. Having those children captured for immunization, for good nutrition, and then after that education, and like madam said, life skills, what matters. And that is the challenge, that is the level of challenge that I have been facing.
About it, what are the steps which has to be taken and more relevant and aligned with the needs of 21st century, but 21st century is a long term, 21st century, third decade. We are in the third decade. So what you want, because in 2023, still 7 more years are there. And we all are talking about 2030 SDG goals. We are talking about the gender equality. We are talking about the education. So please let me know about it and please let us know about this thing. It is a conclusion talk of yours.
You've already used the keyword sustainability. So sustainable living is something which we need to teach our children, which includes educating yourself, which includes inclusion, as ma'am was saying, that you are not just looking out for yourself, you are looking out for the children of the country, you are looking for other peer group which is not sitting here with you in the city, a smaller city or a larger city, but it is sitting somewhere, they are sitting somewhere in the rural area which lacks basic amenities also. So unless children learn about collaboration, unless children learn about inclusivity, unless they learn about respecting differences between people and working without borders, I do not think that the world of work or the world of sustainability looks very bright if we are not exposing children to these concepts today. And the teacher is the real change maker in the class. So it's very important that you keep the teacher happy, motivated. Happy in the sense, she should feel important, he or she should feel important, respected, valued. When you do that, I think they're self-motivated to transact these kind of discussions in the class, and that should be the way forward.
Now, with taking the point from you, Kajal ma'am, please let me know that how you can retain the best teachers.
A very small place, Amba Jogai, Latur. Under the banner of EduDrone, we trained 80 teachers and there were 3 schools teachers gathered, and I got to know that there were 100% retention. You know what we did? We just told them to write on a piece of paper what made you do that. And you know what was the same question, the outcome came out. Any guesses over there? Any guesses? Come on quickly. Okay, I'll share. Excellent, yes. That was, we got respect and the kind of acknowledgement which was done for them at every level. So that is something, if we maintain that, because see, everyone feels that I am here, you all are here, we just 5 are here, but no. Towards the end, let's give them a standing ovation. Being so learned, they are listening to us. Please give a clap for this. Yes. Louder claps. And one more thing, I'll just share, this is not only for our teachers, but this goes for everyone. 24 hours balance sheet. If we follow that, for sure, nobody can even think of leaving us. Okay? That is 8 plus 8 plus 8. First, 8 hours of sound sleep. Okay? We all deserve that? Yes. Then 8 hours of hardcore work. चांद लगा के काम कर दो जो 8 घंटा मिल रहा है. And then 8 hours is all about 3 F's, 3 H's and 3 S's. 3 F's is family, friends and faith. Okay? Whatever you are doing, maybe you can relate it with your little service, what you do, and you pray, Lord. 3 H's stands for hygiene, hobby. Like, it's very important for all of us to give some time, and you have to have that hobby, so bring that vibrancy and to your health. What ma'am is talking about, very important for all of us. And the last 3 S's, that is soul, service, and I want you all to practice this. Come on, smile. Everyone, show me that smile. Everyone, come on. See, we are taking so. Everybody smile with me. Come on. Thank you so much. Yes.
Okay, to the camera. Yeah, soul service smile. Yeah. How you will be able to ensure to help the struggling teachers?
Thank you, sir, for that very meaningful question. This reminds me of a quote by Benjamin Franklin, who had said, "Me, but I will learn." So I think it's very important to involve every child. Hands-on learning is so very important, mind mapping, and I think we should never, ever call a child as a slow learner, as a struggling child, because that's very, very demotivating. So every child for us is unique, whether he's a slow learner or whether he's struggling with his studies. It's not only about academic skills. Okay, we have to also see their psychomotor domain, their affective domain. We have to have holistic learning. So that was about the child, sir. Now about the teachers also, I think it's very important that we as principals motivate our teachers. They do lack motivation. I think the education department is doing a lot for the. I don't think that they are doing very much for the teaching community, and also for the principals. We principals come even on a Sunday, okay, to have the results out. So even if you're out on a holiday, we're expected to be there on Sunday in school to have the results, and we will be there. But I think even we as principals and all our teachers also need to be motivated. So it doesn't matter if it doesn't come from anybody else. So I think let's start from us. Let's go back to school and let's motivate our teachers. And even even just a little word like, I think you're doing a fabulous job. I think your lesson is really superb, even if it didn't go very well. But I think it's nice to say a good word to your staff. Okay, it will go a really long way. Thank you, sir.
The teacher, either it is the student or anybody. So coming back to Major Ashleisha, that I'd like to know about you, that what we can do or what you educate us or guide us for these communities and the young generations where we are working, you are working?
Thank you, sir. Very, very pertinent one. Because many a times we hear about these situations, we know to a certain extent, but then we don't know how to really help. I do get a lot that we would like to offer donation or this. It's not the money that will help the situation. It is the mind, the motive, the time. That alone will improve the situation. By that I mean, of course, money matters, and without that, कोई भी चीज नहीं होती. Of course, money पैसा तो चाहिए, but enough of money is available. What is not available to improve the situation is motivated minds.
Correct.
People who want to give time. People would like to throw money and get credit that I have probably adopted a school from a particular far-flung village. But that is not what is required. What is required is a good person with good intention who would like to spend his most precious asset, that is time. Not just teachers, our students can be of great help when we can motivate them to give. जैसे मैडम ने 8 घंटे का हिसाब बताया, I say 1 hour, उसमें n जोड़ दीजिए मैडम. So 1 hour for your nation in one day. आपको हर रोज करने की जरूरत नहीं है. 1 घंटा करके आपके 5 घंटे हो जाएंगे 5 वर्किंग डेज के लिए. ऐसा जोड़ लीजिए, तो उस समय का आप विनियोग करिए कम्युनिटी, समाज, राष्ट्र के हित में. अगर हर किसी स्टूडेंट को हम इस लेवल तक मोटिवेट कर सकते हैं, पर जो माननीय गण बैठे हैं, I think they are motivated. It is required that sirs, madams, and I see that there is a clear majority of ladies here today. Yes. So we still need that these minds to percolate, to have that thought process, the school of thought to go down to the teachers, the young educators coming in the field, and the same school of thought going to our children. We as teachers, I also am a professor in medical college, so I do belong there. The student growing into adult will carry that flame in as an adult. That is the solution according to me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And the last concluding remarks from your side. The students to see education not just as a means to a job, but as a lifelong journey of growth, discovery and fulfillment.
Brief it out. The king was in search of answers to 3 questions. The first question was, which is the right time to do something? The second question was, who is the most important person to be with? And the third question was, what is the right thing to do? And I feel here lies the answer for us educators as adults, and which we can actually take to our children. The answer to the first question is, the best time, the right time is now, because it will never come again. So whatever you want to do for your team, for your students, please do not wait, do it now. So it's high time, friends. Let's take it up as a complete responsibility and accountability. The second question is, who is the best person to be with? None other than the person with whom you are at this moment. So just now, you are the best people. We all together are the best people because we are with each other. You never know when again we are going to be
Fantastic.
on the same thinking lines. So I suppose as as teachers, whenever you are, as principals, as leaders, whenever you are, wherever you are, who is in front of you, do justice by giving your best to the person in front of you. Don't think, for my teachers also, I'll always say, don't think what your principal says. Leave her outside. In your class, it's you and your children. Do justice to those children. You can manage your principal later. Bahar milenge yaar. So it's like, do justice to your children. And the third question was, what if I miss the syllabus and tell a story, or I allow the children to talk more than I do? The right thing, or the most important thing to do is do only good, because as human beings we have been sent with that responsibility. A soul on a journey, a soul on a journey always does good. So don't think much. Allowed, not allowed, fits in the rules, does it break the rules, what are the consequences? Just think, ask yourself, am I doing the good thing? And it will guide you from within. So these three answers, I feel, will help each one of us build up a happiness quotient in our organization. And the message is, I don't need any appreciation from the outside world. It's about self-appreciation. So let's all follow the journey of self-appreciation by, patting ourselves for spending this Sunday for a good cause. Of course, award is one way of appreciation from our community. But you all deserve a pat on your back by yourself. And let's take this message home, that each one of us teaches our children to look up to self-appreciation at every moment of life. And this will leave lasting impressions on these young, ignited minds who will be sparked from within. Thank you.
Sure, you all as the principals are aware. Yeah. And then before we should request you to go there, and we'll...
Come on, clap for yourselves.
घंटा रन घंटा
6204 नंबर आईडी में गूगल में टाइप करो।
यस मैम यहाँ पे
Dr. Mansi Pandit Gill. Is Nivedita ma'am, Nivedita Singh ma'am.
नाम बोल रही है।
We want to welcome you on the stage, Ila ma'am. Next. Sangeeta. Next we have Okale International School. Dr. Jami.
यहाँ पे सर
चलो भैया
आइए यहाँ पे
मैम स्कूल पुणे महाराष्ट्र सोनाली भी next College of Science Dr. Ash Chetna Joshi Miss Sarita Gomes sorry
सर यहाँ पे देखिए
Can we have the Renu Patil ma'am?
सर यहाँ पे देखिए
Renu Patil ma'am.
हाँ
सर यहाँ पे देखिए
Ma'am, can we have you on the rise? Javed, can we have Javed Khan? Dr. Deepak Joshi. Names, you just hand over.
सर
यहाँ पे देखिए
Hand over these names to the Nikita Kothari.
यहाँ पे देखिए थैंक यू
Next person should be ready for the award. I request all the awardees, please take.
सर यहाँ पे सर यहाँ पे देखिए
Can we have a stage?
थैंक यू
फास्ट भी फास्ट
Can we have
यस यहाँ पे
So please don't leave. Dr. Vijal Viral Suhas ma'am.
यहाँ पे देखिए थैंक यू
सुहास मैम
यहाँ पे सर ओके थैंक यू
Dr. Kodipaka. Ajay Mishra sir. Can we have Ajay Mishra sir?
एक मिनट सर यहाँ पे सर यहाँ पे मैम यहाँ पे सर यहाँ पे
Thank you. Can we have you here?
थैंक यू
Raju.
हाँ जी मैडम।
Pinagar Raju.
यस मैम यहाँ पे
Pinagar Raju.
यहाँ पे देखिए यहाँ पे
Amrita Bari.
यस यहाँ पे मैम
Dr. Amrita. Javed Khan is not here.
ओके
रिपीट मत करो
Ma'am.
यस यहाँ पे
आजा इधर ही
यहाँ पे देखिए सर
चलो चलो नेक्स्ट
Can we have the Lydia ma'am on the stage? Can we have Lydia ma'am? Can we have Fabina ma'am?
हाँ यस यहाँ पे देखिए सर
मीना मैम आई
Sanjay sir here.
सर यहाँ
Sanjay.
आ जाओ यहाँ पे हिला
बाहर में चल के
थैंक यू हाँ सर हाँ यस यहाँ पे मैम यहाँ पे देखिए ओके थैंक यू